the book to read. I gotta get them all looking overseas, and you know it, and you know it. Yeah, rounding up the, rounding up the, rounding up the, rounding up the, yeah. Rounding up the book to read, I gotta get them all looking overseas, and you know it, and you know it, yeah. Reading through the law to see, I gotta dot the I's, even cross the T's, and you know it, and you know it. Praying to the Lord, have mercy, mercy, show.
Hey, welcome back, welcome back. You are now tuned into Our Hidden History radio show. Welcome back, welcome back. We're back. I'm still trying to get my mind wrapped around the new topic we're going over. This is Times of the Gentiles. We're dealing with Assyria. We just left the Moors, the rise and fall of the Moors, and the rise of white supremacy. Now we're jumping back into the captivity. I can't anything in my mic. Can't in the headphones.
Just turn the mics up. The headphones up a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah,
Right there. So, we're now in the times of the Gentiles. We are in the times of the Gentiles. But I'm gonna go a little. All praise to the Lord. I'm gonna go a little further back, though. I've never done it before. I'm gonna go a little further back regarding Syria. You know, we always talk about Assyria. We always go into I believe it's we call it the Neo-Assyrian. It goes into the whole Shalmaneser and the Sennacherib and the Saradon and the Tiglath-Pileser and the...
you pretty much said it.
Shalmaneser the Fifth. Pul, Sargon. So we always touch on that. So I'm going to go a little before that. Okay, this is going to be a new addition to the history that some of y'all may be or may not be familiar with regarding the ancient civilizations of old. So let's get into it. Let's get Genesis 10, chapter 1. Genesis chapter 10, verse 1. Let's go into that. Let's jump into it. I'm going to try to stretch this out because I'm not even finished. I'm still working on the class as I'm teaching it, so I may end up having to go back, which is good for y'all because that way, if you miss the class, I'm going to go back on it. I'm going to go back and repeat anyway, whatever I left out. Because it takes a while. The Moors class took me a few months. This captivities class, I pretty much took what I taught years ago and just kind of revise it and just add more to what I've recently came across studying.
So Deke, you about to go back to where these nations began.
Right, pretty much. Back to where they began, right. Back to where the ancient empires and civilizations began. Some say Egypt started first. Some say Babylon. Bible says Babylon. Negroes will say Egypt. You niggas love Egypt for some odd reason. As if every slave ship came out of Egypt. It's comical. So, Genesis chapter 10, verse 1 to 2.
The book of Genesis, chapter 10 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of the son of Noah.
The sons of Noah. So, at this point, we have Noah, his sons. Watch this.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood. Mm-hmm. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Magi, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Taras.
So you have Japheth's sons, Gomer. Should I go into that? Yeah, I will. Give me that Iranian art. Oh, hey, I got a bonus for y'all. I'm going to show the books. This is a series where I'm going to show all the books I'm using. So y'all have to say, hey, what book is that? So these books are common. So I will show this book I got. Someone donated this book. Someone had donated this book to me a long time ago. It was donated to me back in the New York school. I forgot, whoever it is that gave it to me, thank you. It's called The Art of Ancient Iran, From Its Origins to the Time of Alexander the Great, by Roman Gershman. The Arts of Mankind. So the Art of Ancient Iran, hold on, so I'm going to turn it around. The Art of Ancient Iran, from its origins to the time of Alexander the Great by Roman Gershman. All right? Here it is here. It's massive. It's pretty heavy. All right? Let you see that there. The Arts of Mankind, edited by Andre Malraux and Georges Salis, or Sals. All right? I'll hold it up. Okay. I'll let you guys zoom in on it. Got it? So we're going to use this book here. I want you to go to page, I was going over this today, actually. Because usually I don't go over, this book is kind of big, so I kind of just used it for the images in it. But I ended up finding more stuff as I was turning through it. So I thought if I learned a lot from what I saw, I figure I might as well share with you as well what I've come across today. Came across this today. Page 4 and 5. Okay, page 4 and 5. This map is very much important because it ties into the ancient Assyrian Empire. Okay, so let's just go into it. All right, I want the what do I want? You know what? Yeah, page 4 is fine. Go down to where it says the significance. The significance. All right.
Deke, you ready?
Oh, hold on a second. I gotta write this down. I didn't write this down yet.
All right.
Of ancient Iran. All right, page page 4. Start at the significance and end at state, and then we're gonna look at the map on page 5.
Yes, sir. The significance of the contacts of this new progressive civilization with the lands of the ancient East, Elam, Babylonia, Assyria, Yaratu, whose cultures were superior to those of the native populations of the plateau, can be fully appreciated when we observe the considerable part these contacts played in the formation of the first Iranian state.
I'm sorry, read it one more time.
The significance of the contacts of this new progressive civilization with the lands of the ancient East, Elam,
Right, Elam,
Babylonia,
Mm-hmm.
Assyria, Yaratu, whose cultures were superior to those of the native populations of the plateau, can be fully
because these came after. Go ahead.
can be fully appreciated when we observe the considerable part these contacts played in the formation of the first Iranian state.
Because eventually these 4 here eventually merge into the Iranian state. They merge and they become different empires. Like so, this is basically ancient Iran. All right. Elam, keep that in mind. Babylonia, Assyria, and Urartu. All right. So, go to the next map. Watch this. Go to the map. All these civilizations, they eventually start intermingling after a while. So if you can, blow it up if you can. All right. Yeah, it's as far as it goes? Yeah, a little closer. Oh, some pixelate. It shouldn't pixelate. Very good. Okay, now you see Urartu there. Urartu. This mic. Urartu. If you look up, you see Caucasus up top. Go it up. Bring it up some. Caucasus right there. The Caspian Sea and Black Sea on the other side. That's where the Khazars or Esau was. He got pushed there. We pushed them there, and we began to rule. We pushed them in that area there. That would be Armenia, like Armenia, the Caucasus, the mountains of South Georgia, Russia. So that area is called Georgia in some maps or Caucasus. That's Russia, because Russia and the Near East are like neighbors. Like Palestine, Russia, the near is like right there. All right, like Turkey, it's all neighbors. Those who traveled, the military, you know what I'm talking about. Those who've been in the athletes who traveled the world know what I'm talking about. Go over some, you're gonna see. Move over to Black Sea. Move over to the left. Okay, now hold on. Bring it down. Right there. See, you see Carchemish and Aleppo. Keep that in mind. Carchemish and Aleppo. And the river that flows there is Euphrates. And I believe in between, that's Euphrates. It should see. Go to the bottom, you should see it. Go down, it says Tigris right there. Euphrates. Move it over to the right. So keep that in mind. Keep Carchemish and Aleppo and the Euphrates in mind. See Babylon right there, Babylon and you see Elam. Go to the right. Elam. And you have Susa. That's the capital of Babylon. Susa, that's in the Bible. Susa. Okay? What did I want from this? Go to the left. Go up to the top left. You're gonna see Phrygia. Go over to the left. Right there. Go down. You see Danube and you see Thrace. Thrace is Tyrus. Okay, a son of Japheth. That's where the word Thrace comes from. It comes from Tyrus. Tiras, Japheth. So the Thracians originally was Japheth. Then when Jake moved over there, we were also referred to as Thracians. Like, what's his name? Spartacus. He was an Israelite, but he moved there. Like you read Acts 2, the Jews are referred to as Parthians, Medes. They weren't Parthians and Medes, but they were called that because they lived there. So you had Jakes that moved there and became Thracians, or Jakes that moved in Greece are referred to as Grecians. Same thing. But the original Thracians was Japheth. Okay? What else did I want? This isn't the one I was looking for. Go down, you're going to see Ecbatane. Go down to the right. Move over to the right. Go down. Go down.
You just mentioned Phrygia, too.
Yeah, I mentioned Phrygia because I want him to find Thrace.
Oh.
Go over to Elam again. Right. Elam. Move it over. Susa. You should see Ecbatana. Go up. Ecbatana.
Back out some.
Yeah, back out some. Right there. Move it. Ecbatana. It's right above Elam to top right. Looking at the same map. You see Elam right there? Go to Elam again. Zoom on Elam. Where's Elam? Right there.
Right there.
Is that the right map? Gaia. Ecbatana. What page is this? Okay, it was Ecbatana. EC.
It's not the same map. I think he's looking at the. He probably looking at the top one here.
Oh,
You got the top map.
yeah. I'm sorry. Go down to the bottom map. There's a map under this one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, there we go. Blow it up some. It's the same map, but it gives more. Okay, yes, this is it. Okay, now, you see Ecbatana right there? That's where Tobit was. Ecbatana. Ecbatane, that's in Tobit. We'll get to that. Goes into Assyria. We'll get to that later. I'll revisit this map again. But you see Anshan, go up to the left, the top left. You see Black Sea and go above Black Sea to the left. Go up. Go to the left. See Thrace, go down. Thrace, that's Tyrus. Go up now. Move over to the right. Chimerians, that's Gomer. That's Japheth's son, Gomer. The Chimerians. Chimerians is Gomerites. So Gomerians. These are Japheth's children here. Okay? They all shared this land. Japheth and Shem shared land. It says Shem shall dwell in the tents of, I'm paraphrasing. It's in Genesis. I didn't even write that down.
Yeah.
They shall dwell in the tents of Shem, yada, yada, because the world belonged to Shem anyway, but they shared lands together. Get that real quick? 927. And they intermingled a lot. Shemites and Japhites intermingled. 927. Yeah, get that, please? Read that real fast.
The book of Genesis, chapter 9, and verse 27.
Yeah.
God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem.
Right, so God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, the lands of Shem. So they shared land. So you see Chimerians, that's Gomer. That's Gomer there. All right? Also the term, they were also referred to as, I believe, Gauls. That's where the term Galatians comes from. All right? Gauls, Galatians, I believe it's the same thing. If not, I'll fact check myself, but I believe it's the same. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that one. Go over, let me see, Chimerians. Go over to the right. Right there, boom, Scythians. Remember that in Acts, in Paul's letters, Scythians? That's part of Russia. You see Caucasus Mountains right there? Go down to the bottom. Caucasus right there, Russia. Go up to the right. With Scythians again? No, I'm sorry. Go to Caucasus again. Caucasus. That's South Georgia, Russia. Now go up. That's Scythians. They have part of Iran and Russia are pretty much neighbors, the neighboring lands. So the Scythians have part of Iran and they have part of Russia. These are like ancient Iranians. Okay, these are like ancient Iranians. I'm gonna show you who they are later on when I deal with the Persian captivity. But Scythians, these are the ancient Semites, and then Israel moved over there and became what? Scythians. I showed you that in the history class, in my last history class.
Right.
About Israel became Scythians and moved over there during the Assyrian captivity. Many of the northern kingdom migrated to this. We migrated to this area, and we fell under the title of Scythians as well, or Saxons. All right.
So Deacon, wherever Israel, wherever we were scattered, we took on the names of
titles of those places,
titles
people.
of those places.
Like American.
Yeah, just like being called American.
Like Americans, exactly. So now let's get into it. Let's get
Also, go back to the Caucasus.
Caucasus Mountains. Okay.
Yeah, and for a lot of people that don't know, that's where the name Caucasian came from.
Yes, thank you. That's where the word Caucasian comes from. Caucasus Mountains. Yes.
That's why when you meet majority of so-called white people, they'll tell you they're French Caucasian, Russian
Caucasian, right? Because they know they all stem from that one area.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Not only these mountains here, but also the mountains of Covadonga in Spain.
Right.
They were in these mountains, Caucasus Mountains here. And as the Moors, we pushed their behinds into the mountains of Covadonga and what else was that?
Assyria.
Andalusia.
Yeah, Assyria. Asturias.
Asturias and Covadonga.
Right.
That's the Paleo number push. We showed you that before. The Paleo and so forth, they were buried there.
They were the mountains on the top of Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we took over Rome, we pushed them over here. We took over Spain, we pushed them in mountains again. We pushed each sort of mountains because that's where they belong anyway. So now, what else? Is that all I want? Bactria. That's enough. Let's go to matter of fact, go down to the bottom left. Hurrians, go to the bottom left. Keep in mind Aleppo and Carchemish, Euphrates. See, it says Medes and Persians, late second, early first millennium. Cimmerians, Scythians, 6th, 9th. These are ancient civilizations. Points of expansion. That's what this map is for. This book's pretty good. I found this map today, actually, so I'll praise the Lord that this came in handy because I'm doing I'm going step by step. Scythopolis, all right, Scythopolis, all right. That's all I want. Arabia, all right, that's all I want. Babylon, good. So let's go to Genesis 10. Where were we at? Genesis 10, verse 2.
Yes, sir.
Read verse 2 again.
Genesis chapter 10 and verse 2. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tyrus.
So I know Gomer is like parts of France and areas of that. Magog is Russia. Okay. Magi is Medes. Magi is Medes. The Magi is the Medes. The Medes. So the Medes are Japhetic. Okay, they're not Semitic, they're Japhetic. Javan is Greece. Tubal, Meshech, it's like the same landmass. I'm not trying to go into all of them, but I know Tubal, Meshech is somewhere in that area. They kind of share lands, but Tyrus is Thrace, the Thracians. That I know for certain. Read verse 3.
Verse 3. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Rephath, and Togarmah.
Right, Ashkenaz is Germany. Ashkenaz is the ancient term for Germany. Ashkenazi, Germany. Okay, this is children of Japheth. I'm going to show you what color they were soon enough. Okay, the Magi, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, Titus, Gomer. Let's jump down what I want. Magi. Go down, read on. Verse 4.
Verse 4. And the sons of Javan.
So Javan's the Greeks. It's just Greeks, the original Greeks. Javan, go ahead.
Elisha and Tarshish.
Tarshish is, from what most agree, would be, I believe, Spain. Tarshish would be Spain. Some arguments say it's Sicily or Italy, whatever, but most agree it is Spain. Tarshish is Spain. Oh, go ahead.
Kittim.
Kittim will be the original. That'd be Italians. Okay, I believe these are called the Etruscans. Okay, the Etruscans or Minoans. One of those two.
Right.
One of those two. I got to look. Matter of fact, let's go there real fast. Type in Etruscans real quick to see where they resided. Estruskans. Etruscans.
Indeed, they saying just looked it up. Tubal is around. They saying it's around Turkey area.
Okay, so that's Armenia, Turkey, around that area. Armenia, okay, that's the same place. Caucasus Mountains, Turkey, that's around the same area. Turkey, Turks. Like I was saying, they kind of share the same landmass, so there's no point in me going into every detail. I'm just hitting on certain points. Etruscans, yes. Just click to see where they resided. Click to see where they resided. What does it say? Blow it up. You got it small. Etruscans, Etruria. Yeah. There we go. People of ancient Italy. That's Kittim. I was right. So this is Kittim right here. These guys are Kittim.
Oh, D. That's where Esau. That's who Esau conquered out of Italy.
Yeah. Alexander's father.
Philip.
Macedonian. Mm-hmm. So we should get that too. Get that book, by the way, by some chance. Esau subjugating Italy, subjugating it and taking it over.
Yes,
that
sir.
book.
Yeah.
Let's get that.
Yes, sir.
Let's get that. Bring this in some more so we can read it. Bring this in some more first. Etruscan people, member of ancient people of Etruria. Who gonna read it?
Who were the Etruscans and where did they come from?
Well, you know what? You find that, and Abaddon, you read this, please, so that we can find. I need Abaddon, please.
Yes, sir.
Please. Take your time. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
That's your last chance.
Etruscans.
Etruscans.
Yes.
Sir.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Who were the Etruscans and where did they come from?
Right.
Etruscan, member of an ancient people of
Etruria.
Italy.
Italy. So that's Italy. That's Kittim. Go ahead.
Between the Tiber and Ammo rivers, west and south of the
Apennines.
Apennines, whose urban civilization
Apennines or Apennines, whatever. Go ahead.
whose urban civilization reached its heights in the 6th century BCE. Many features of Etruscan culture were adopted by the Romans.
Many features of Etruscan culture were adopted by the Romans. Go ahead.
Their successors to power in the peninsula.
Edom. Now I'm going to show you that. So the Edomites borrowed from the culture of the Etruscans, just as the Greeks borrowed their culture from the Egyptians that they conquered. Okay? So these guys, go to images of them. Let's see how they look. Go to their images. Maybe they're Caucasians. Oh, look at that. They're brown. Wow. And the ones that are painted white are the women, by the way. They're deified their women. They worship their women, and the ones who are painted white were females. The men and women had the same long flowing hair. So to differentiate between male and female, they made the women white, painted them bright white, and the men brown.
And you see on the right, they're trying to whitewash.
Right.
there.
They're trying, but it ain't gonna work. Go down. Yep, that's them right there. Go. They're brown. Go down. The Etruscans. These are Etruscans here. Yeah, black Etruscans. Type that. Click that, because they Esau is playing games. There you go. That's them. That's them. Etruria, the black. What does it say? The black Etruscans. That's them.
But the one on the right were early Rome settlers.
Called the Etruscans, right?
Look at the noses.
Look at their noses. Look at his face. Lips, yep. Wide nose and lips. These are that's Kittim. These are Japheth's children here. Okay, go down. Okay, go over. Origin of the Etruscans. Yeah, they're just brown. Go over to the right there. Go to the right. See that picture right there? The first Romans were black people called the Etruscans. That is correct. That's Kittim. These are Japheth's children. So the original men on earth, women were black. Undeniably. All of Noah's children were people of color. Undeniably so.
Wait,
Bring it out.
You got that page I want? You sent the page to them?
Yes, sir.
So
Check.
what happened to these, it says the Romans who became their successors adopted their culture. So who are these Romans that took over? Get that book now?
Online request.
How'd they become white? Let me guess. It got really cold, right? They went to a cave and turned from Negro looking to white. That's what happened?
Bruh.
Science is ridiculous sometimes. And sometimes some science is just so ridiculously stupid and fairy tale, it makes no sense. Yep, click
Last
that.
one, right there.
Right there, that page.
Not that.
Nope, right there.
You got to download it.
We're gonna see. Watch this. So I'm showing you that the original Romans were people of color. They were black. Okay? And then the Romans came along and took their identity. Wow.
That's good. Go out a little more. Right there. Says Esau's descendants are the subjects of extensive tradition in which the rabbis, with an effrontery at which we should wonder in any other men, have set at defiance all authentic history and accurate chronology. These representations, the fallacy of which will be too obvious to require being pointed out, may be briefly comprised under the following heads. First, that the descendants of Esau, the sworn enemies of the descendants of Jacob, even to the end of the world.
Even up until now, we will always be enemies forever, to the end of time. Go ahead. And to the end of what time? The time of the Gentiles. Go ahead.
Were at first a small nation inhabiting Mount Seir on the adjacent country, contiguous to the land of Canaan.
Next to our land. Go ahead. They were our next door neighbors. Go ahead.
That they were easily confined within their own limits as long as the Israelites enjoyed a great and formidable empire in Canaan.
As long as he ruled, they remained small and weak in their little land and as our neighbors. Go ahead.
But that after the powerful republic of the 12 tribes were destroyed by the Assyrians and Babylonians, they wonderfully increased in numbers and strength, extended their dominion towards the west, spread their colonies far and wide, subjugated Italy.
They what?
Subjugated Italy.
They conquered the Italians, the Kittim. Conquered them. Go ahead.
Founded Rome and the Roman Empire.
They founded Rome and the Roman Empire. Edom did that. Now I'm going to show you something else. Watch this. Hold on. There's more?
You want me to just read on?
Read on.
At length entirely overturned the Jewish state, which had been restored after the termination of the Babylonian captivity.
Right.
The second temple being destroyed by Titus Vespasian.
Edomites.
And that in the present day, professing the religion of Jesus of Nazareth.
Even until in the present day, they profess the religion of Jesus. They call themselves Christians today or Israelis today. That's what they do today, Edomites. Go ahead.
Which they were the first of all nations to embrace.
Right, go ahead.
They hold the dominion over all Europe.
They hold dominion over all of Europe. They're the Spanish, they're the French, they're the Dutch, they're the English,
Germans.
they're the Germans,
Caucasian.
they're the Caucasians, they're the Romans, they're the Greeks. Caucasians, right. Greek Caucasian, Roman Caucasian,
Yep.
Irish Caucasian. Go ahead.
Esau detained in captivity his brother Jacob, at least as far as regards the tribe of Judah, till his Messiah ben David shall
So
appear.
they'll have the children of Israel in captivity until the Lord shows up. Meaning that they still have God's people in their possession and they're still ruling now.
Dang.
That's what this author said. They know this. And he gives numerous points about them being Esau. All right? While at the same time trying to argue it, but he can't. Now go to what I sent you, the green, the orange highlight. Why don't we know these things? Why don't we know these things? This book is entitled,
And this book that we just read is 1832.
wow, that book was written in 1832. So we were not allowed to read that kind of book now, were we, during that time?
No, sir.
This book is it's called The Iceman Inheritance. Shout out to Brother Yediah from Ohio. Shout outs to you, brother. I bought this book. It's excellent. He keeps sending me excerpts from it. It's a beautiful book. The book Bishop uses called the something caucus. What's it called? It's like blue and white.
Yeah. Yes.
Something caucus. Well, that book he basically he borrows from this one. He cites from this book here when it says Esau is the reason why the world is destroyed. And when he says, hold on, the book he cites from is hold on, 1 second. The book Bishop always points to is called, hold on.
It definitely something caucuses.
Something caucus. I know. I sent it to him before. I sent it to him. Hold on. The book is entitled. Hold on.
But yeah, so the history that Deacon is going through is going to be a vast history. He's going to go more in depth of the nations, the heathens. Okay, how their civilization started, as far as like the beginning of all these empires and where they came from, okay, and who they derived from. All right, so this is going to be a very in-depth turnaround from what we went over before.
Right.
Okay?
It's called The Chosen People from the Caucasus by Michael Bradley. The Chosen People from the Caucasus by Michael Bradley. And this guy cites from the book The Iceman's Inheritance. So he basically takes excerpts from The Iceman's Inheritance and puts it in his own book here that Bishop uses all the time to express that nuclear war, environmental pollution, resource rape, and all primary threats to our survival and all are the result of peculiarity, Caucasoid behavior, Caucasoid values, and Caucasoid psychology. There is no way to avoid the truth. The problem with the world is the white man. He borrowed this statement from the book we're reading now, from this page here. Well, from this book here. Read this now.
Nuclear war, environmental pollution.
See? Go ahead.
Resource rape. All are primary threats to our survival.
Right, so he's showing you, he got that excerpt from this book here, Iceman's Inheritance. Go ahead.
And all are the result of a peculiarly Caucasoid behavior.
Go ahead.
Caucasoid values, Caucasoid psychology.
Their way of thinking. Go ahead.
There is no way to avoid the truth. The problem with the world is white men.
Watch this.
If this insight has generally escaped us, it is only because we Caucasoids have dictated much history.
They do what?
It says, if this insight has generally escaped us, it is only because we Caucasoids have dictated much history.
So if people don't know this is because we taught them to forget it or not to acknowledge it. That we are the problem with the world. Read it again.
If this insight has generally escaped us, it is only because we Caucasoids have dictated much history.
Much what?
History.
Especially history of nations. History of nations. And how they stole Europe entirely. Edomites took over Italy, subjugated Italy, and took over all of Europe and have God's chosen people in their possession up until now. Because the Messiah ben David has not appeared yet. So Edom's still ruling over God's chosen people today. That author wrote that in the 1830s. Go ahead.
Written most of it.
They did what?
Written most of it.
They wrote history. Go ahead.
And judged it in terms of our own self-image.
And judged it in terms of our own. So how we see ourselves should be through white man's eyes. Go ahead.
But we have never looked at ourselves in an objective biological mirror.
We never looked at ourselves opposite to how the white man thinks. Our insight, our way of thinking, our psychology, ideologies all derived from Caucasoid behavior and psychology. But the reality is that they are the reason the world is being destroyed. They're the problem with the world. This is written by a white man. Two of them agree with this. White folks understand that. Edomites understand that they are the reason the world is on the verge of destruction. Resource rape, trees being destroyed, animals being extinct, people being extinct, water being poisoned, air being poisoned, trees being cut down by the billions, pollution everywhere. Black folk, nations of color aren't doing this. And if they are, they're copying the man that started off doing it first.
Right.
That's all you want. So now let's go back. I'm sidebarring a lot, but it's okay. It's necessary. To show that the original people of Italy were black. Japheth's children were black. Give me Minoans now. Go to Minoans. 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 So the Etruscans were Kittim. Okay? The Etruscans were Kittim. Minoans. Click images. We'll go to Minoan first. So go to Minoan first. No. Stay there. Go down to Wikipedia. Minoan civilization, where they were located. History locate. Click that. History location. Britannica. That's fine. That's better than Wikipedia anyway. People hate Wikipedia. Okay, fine. I don't care what I think, but I'll go where I want. But we'll use this. Go down. Minoan civilization. Read that. Bronze Age. Right there.
Minoan civilization. Bronze Age civilization of Crete.
Of what?
Of Crete.
Crete is an island. It's a Greek island. It's an island of Greece. Crete. Go ahead. Cretians. The original Cretians were Japheth, Minoans. Go ahead.
That flourished from about 3000 BCE to about 1100 BCE. Its name derived from Minos, either a dynastic title or the name of a particular ruler of Crete who has a place in Greek legend.
Greek legend. Go down.
A brief treatment of Minoan.
I saw one. Go to images. Go to images. So these eyes are Grecians. Images. Minoans. There you go. Look at that.
Look at that picture.
Look at that picture right there. Blow it up, please.
Like that.
I don't make these things up. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I am talking about. These are descendants of Japheth. These are the original Europeans. These are the original Europeans. Black. These are Japheth's children. Noah's sons. Noah and his wife had these children here. These are Japhites. Okay? Now, these are Minoans of Crete.
And you could tell those was painted on the wall.
Yeah.
You see the cracks?
Yep.
Right.
Right.
There, yep.
And the white images of them is women. The pale ones is women. Or they try to whitewash them. These are too dark to whitewash that. Go to, what I said earlier, I said just now? Slipped my mind. All right, go to, that's enough. Well, we can go down, get some more images. Get some more images of Minoans. Right there, click those. Right. Now, if you examine Hawaiians today, Samoans, that's them.
Right.
Pacific Islanders, that's them. Okay? That's them right there. And remember, Israel, Northern Kingdom, we were put in captivity under these people. We intermingle with them. The Medes, these are all the same. Medes is Japheth. The Medes is Japhetic. The Etruscans, Japhetic. The Minoans, Japhetic. And they're all brown. I'm going to show you that. They're all brown. These are black Europeans.
Hey, Deacon.
Yeah.
It says it in the Bible dictionary.
What's it say?
The Bible dictionary, page...
Zondervan?
Yeah, excuse me. Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, page 267. It says Javin, or it says Ionian.
There you go. Ionians. Javin is Ionians.
Yes.
Ionians. You have Minoans, Ionians, and Etruscans. Yes.
Right.
Go ahead. That's
It
it.
says a region settled by one of the sons of Japheth, Genesis 10:2.
Damn.
Javin was the name of this country to Ezekiel 27 verse 11, who saw it as an important trade center So Javan, Greek Ionia, came to be the name of Greece. To
Right,
the Hebrews.
Greek Ionia. Ionians. Right.
It's still more.
Okay.
During the period 700 to 630 BC, the Ionians carried an extensive trade in the Near East.
Okay.
Hence, all people of Greece were called Javan.
Wow. All people of Greece were called Javan. So how did they become white? You read it earlier. Right. Esau came along and subjugated and conquered all of Europe and said, we're them now. We're Greeks now. We're Romans now. Right. We're the Gomerites now, Gomerians now, Camarians. We're French now. French Caucasian. Like Laquat was saying. British Caucasian. Russian Caucasian. This nation, Edom, the Europeans, the modern Europeans, they have no culture. Their history can. If you ask a European man today, a woman, go beyond Alexander the Great. Where's history begin? Ask them. After Alexander the Great, where are you? Before Alexander the Great, where are you?
Vultures of culture.
Where you at? So Javan, all people of Greece were referred to as Ionians or Javan. Now, get me Javanese people. Watch this. It's in the words. It's always in the words. Javan, Javanese people. Watch this. Now, when Esau conquered Europe, he forced them westward. And they ended up migrating into areas of the Pacific Islands. Tahiti, Samoa, they moved over there. Now, look at them here. These are Javanese people. Look at them. Click the image right there. Click that image. The second one. That one. Javanese people, right? Britannica, Javanese people. Blow it up some. Now, you see that they're kind of white, brownish, Javanese. Now, go to Wikipedia, Javanese people.
They still keep their culture.
Now, watch. Click that. Watch this. I'm going to show you. Javanese, blow it, bring it in, bring it up, or bring it out some.
So you can see the whole thing.
Yeah, I want the whole thing. It's been a while since I've been here, so just bear with me for a moment. Javanese people, read that. You're going to see a term called Austronesian. It's synonymous. Austronesian. Click that. What does it say?
Want me to read this?
Yeah, blow it up some. We can't read that. Blow it up. Then I'm going to show you the list on the bottom.
Javanese people. The Javanese people. Go over. Indonesia are an ethnic group native to the Indonesian island of Java.
Watch this.
With approximately 100 million people, they form the largest ethnic group in Indonesia.
Right. They're not just there. But go ahead, keep going.
They are predominantly located in the central to eastern parts of the island. Mm-hmm. There are also significant numbers of people of Javanese descent in most provinces of Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Suriname, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and the Netherlands.
Right, but that's not the point we want. Keep going. They all in these areas, but watch. I'm going to show you where they are majority-wise.
The Javanese ethnic group has many subgroups, such as the Mataram, Osing, the Tigrinya, the Tigris, the Banyamasing.
Go down. Go to the list of them. Go down to the list of them. It should show a list of the history, ancient Javanese kingdoms and empires. I want to look for the term Austronesian. Go to type in Austronesian. Austroninesia. Austronesian. It's the same people. It's been a while since I've gone there. I found this a long time ago. So I'm kind of just, Austronesian. Yeah, that's it. Click that. Austronesian peoples.
The Austronesian people, also sometimes referred to as the Austronesian-speaking peoples, are a large group of various peoples in Taiwan, collectively known as Taiwanese, indigenous peoples, maritime Southeast Asia, Oceania,
Madagascar,
and Madagascar.
It's just still Pacific Islands, just like the we read earlier, the other guys.
You can't go out or blow it up. Why you got to keep going across like that? Yeah, that's good.
Go down, click off streets, and go to Wikipedia. This is still done with Java. Go down. It should show a list. Go down, like a list of peoples. Go up. Sorry, go up.
Yeah, click that list of Austronesian
Yes, that's
people.
it. Click that. Yes, here we go.
Says list of Austronesian peoples. Austronesian peoples include the following groupings by name and geographic location. Formosan, which is Taiwan.
I have to find it myself. Keep going.
Malayo-Polynesian.
That's Pacific Polynesia, Pacific Islands.
We got the Bernayan groups. Got the Kamic group.
I gotta find it myself. Hold on.
Which is Cambodia.
Hold on.
We got Central Luzon.
Remember, China, Korea, they're all in the Pacific Ocean, so they're all intermingled. Give me 1 second.
So all of these names, especially in Greece, that we are familiar with, like Crete and all of that, with it like Corinth, and all these names we're familiar with Greece. That was all Japhet in the beginning. Okay, that was all Japhet. Then Esau came and they conquered. They took the names, they took the culture, and they became Japhet pretty much. You know, by what we call it, culture vultures, pretty much.
Yep. Here we go. Austronesian. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, because remember the Most High took the heritage.
Speaking of Mike.
Yeah. Let me get Malachi 1. While DK looking for that. Verse 3.
Yes, sir. The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 3. And I hated Esau.
So the Lord said he hated Esau. Go ahead.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So he got no heritage. That's why he's a culture vulture. So wherever he goes, he stole the people's land. Like it says Micah. You know.
2, yep.
Yeah, Micah 2 real quick.
Yes, sir.
So he got no
Found
heritage.
it. Go to Javanese language. Is that it? Come on. Wait. No. 1 second.
Let's get that.
Get it.
The book,
Real quick.
I'm going to find it.
the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 2.
Oh, I did find it. I'm sorry. Go to Javanese language. I found it, yes.
Hold on to that.
Yeah, go to Javanese language. Read Malachi first. Just go first. Read that first. And then you can bring this out after that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Clark. Go ahead.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
So most of this land that they covered is with violence, go ahead.
And houses and take them away.
Right.
So they oppress a man and his house.
So when they took it over, they oppressed the men of that land and the people in the house. Go ahead.
Even a man and his heritage.
So they stole the heritage. Now they become the people of the land.
Right.
Correct. Now go to Javanese language. You see, it mentions Indonesia. That's all Pacific Islands. Because when Esau took over Europe, he forced them westward. And they ended up moving into areas where Moab and Ammon already were. Well, I'm sorry, eastward, far east. What's it westward for? They pushed them eastward, far eastward. All right, further east, which is the far east, Japan, China, Pacific Islanders or oceans. So Indonesia, Malaysia, Polynesia, these are all Pacific Island oceans. Austronesia means islander. These are islands. Austronesians. So go to where you at? Where you at? Go up again. I lost myself. Okay, right there. Go into the box. It says Javanese.
Javanese.
Right? Wait. You see Javanese. You see ethnicity. Just go down. You don't gotta read yet. See it says Javanese ethnicity. Right there. Now go down. Watch this. You'll see dialects. Javanese dialects. See that? Now go down. You're gonna see the familiar word. Hold on. No, go up. I'm sorry. Go up to ethnicity. Ethnicity. Right there. Look at language family. Go down. Look at it. Boom. Austronesian. Malayo-Polynesian. It's the same family language. They share because it's the same people. They share that language because they intermingle. Now, click Austronesian now. All right, hold on. So now, hold on. Go to Austronesian people. That's the languages there. Go to Austronesian peoples, right. Go to a list. You're going to see a list that says regions with significant populations. Remember, I mentioned Indonesia. Javanese is Indonesia, right?
Yes, sir.
Go down to the list. You're going to see regions, total population. You should see a list of peoples right there. Yup. Blow that up. All I want is that list. Let's blow that up if you can, or move it over. Move it over move it over. All I want is that. Go up to the top. Up, right there. See? Austronesian people, right? Taiwan. Remember we read earlier that Javanese is Indonesia, right?
Right.
See how many there are in Indonesia? 260 million Indonesians. That's Javanese. Philippines, Madagascar, Malaysia, Thailand, Papua New Guinea, East Timor, New Zealand, Singapore. Because remember, Moab and Ammon is there. They all intermingled. But I'm going to show you what. Keep going. It's going to say Fiji. That's Tahitian. There you go. Fiji. That's them.
Wow.
Go down. Samoa. Right there. Samoa. Hawaii. Right there. Wow. These are the same people. Same people. Micronesia, Tonga, Suriname. That's right. Okay. That's up. But they reside in these areas also. But my point is that the Javanese, the original Javanese, come from Javan. That's them. And they intermingled They intermingled all over the east, of the far east, intermingled. But the Australians, Aborigines, Tahitians, Hawaiians, Fijians, whatever, these are Austronesians. These are Japhetic people. These are Javanese people. They reside in Indonesia as well. These are Japhetic people here. Okay? American Samoa. All right? These are Pacific Islanders. Pacific Islanders are Javanese people or Japhetic people who were pushed out further east when Esau pushed into Europe and took over and stole their identities. That's who it is. And they intermingled with Moab and Ammon, who was already there. All right? In the far east. When Babylon pushed Moab and Ammon over there, most of them over there. All right? So now, let's go back to Genesis 10 again. It wasn't my plan to deal with Japheth, but whatever. We're already there.
Verse 4 again?
Verse 2. Verse 4, right? Yeah, verse 4. Read verse 4 now.
Yes, sir. Verse 4. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish,
Spain,
Kittim,
Italy,
and Dodanim.
All right, so now jump down. Let's jump down to verse verse 6. Read on.
Verse 6. And the sons of Ham,
the sons. We're doing with Ham now. The sons of Ham. Go ahead.
Cush, and Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan.
Cush will be Ethiopians. All right. Put is Libya. Mizraim is Egypt. Canaan is were Canaanites, and eventually were pushed into areas of West Africa where they became Dahomes, Tyre, Sidon. That's the same people. Canaan. That's Tyre, Sidon, Sidonians. Dahomey, people, the indigenous Hamites of West Africa, that's them. That's Canaan. All right. Now you can let that go. Drop all that now. I'm not going back to that again. You can close all that out. Let's read on.
Verse 7. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Hivilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabtaka, and the sons of Raamah, Sheba, and Dedan.
Sheba is Somalians. Somalians. All right. Next to Somaliland, Ethiopia. These are relatives. Go ahead.
And Cush begot Nimrod.
So Cush begat Nimrod. That's the point I want to get to. Cush begat Nimrod. Cush begat Nimrod. All right. He begat Nimrod. And also, I want to make it clear that Israel is spread amongst those nations I mentioned earlier. The Javanese, Austronesians. Israel was taken in the slave trade during the trans-Saharan slave trade. The Arabs brought us over to those Pacific Islander lands. During the trans-Saharan slave trade, the Islamic slave trade. And it was a Pacific Ocean slave trade, all right? Not Atlantic Ocean, but Pacific Ocean slave trade, which is not talked about. That's who you get Yase from, the Black Samurai from Mozambique. He was brought over. A lot of our brothers from East Africa, the Hottentots, Sarah Bartman, she's from the Hottentots of South Africa. They were taken over as well. She's our people as well. The Bantus that were brought over there, they intermingle with the people called the. There's two tribes in one land. They're called the.
We're in South Africa.
Yeah, they're called. It's two. It's one name. It's the.
Talking about the pygmies.
Nah, not hit pygmies. Hottentots. Hottentots intermingle with somebody. Hold on. Ancient South Africans. Hold on. We mingle with them. They're called the.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. They got the Chinese looking.
Yeah.
Features.
Yeah. Them. They're called. There's two tribes that their names form into one word. Hold on. They're called Khoisan. Khoisan people. The Khoi and the San people. The Bantus moved in there. We mingled with them, intermarried with them. Then the Muslims came along, the Arabs came along and sold us into slavery and took us over to the Pacific Islands. The Khoisan people. Khoi is one tribe, San's the other. The Bantus came over there, which is Israel. The Semitic Bantus moved in there, mingled with them, became the majority as always, and then eventually conquered by the Muslims or the Turks, and they sold us to the Pacific Ocean slave trade, pretty much, to China, Japan, Malaysia, Philippines, all over the damn place. All right? So where we at? Verse 8 again.
Verse 8. And Cush begot Nimrod.
And Cush begat, why did I go into that? Anyway, Cush begat Nimrod. And Cush begat Nimrod, okay? Go ahead.
He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
Uh-huh.
He was a mighty hunter before the Lord.
He hunted men, hunted people to worship, to follow him. Mighty hunter, go ahead.
Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord.
Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. Nimrod, Cush begat, now Cush had mad kids, but Nimrod was significant. He was significant in that he became the first pretty much emperor. He established the first empire on the earth. Pretty much, go ahead.
And the beginning of his kingdom
his empire was what?
Was Babel.
Right, the Babylonia, Babylon. Go ahead.
And Urka.
And Erech.
Mm-hmm. And Akkad. And Calneh.
Keep that in mind, Calneh.
And the land of Shinar.
Land of Shinar. So, deal with that now. Babel. Babel is Babylon. All right? And you had Erech, right? Where's Erech? Let's start with that. Go to Britannica, type in Erech. Britannica. What's Erech? Erech. That sounds so familiar. Erech. The Erech part. E and Erech. Where could that be? Erech, Britannica.
Erech. Ancient city,
Iraq. There you go. Iraq. Go ahead.
Erech. Sumerian, Uruk.
So Sumeria is Shinar. Sumer or Sumeria is Shinar. Go ahead. Uruk. Go ahead.
Greek, Orcho.
Uh-huh.
Modern, Tal al-Waka.
Well, Tel al means the. I don't know what Waka means. Tel al-Waka. Go ahead.
Ancient Mesopotamian city located northwest of Ur.
Of Ur. That's where Abraham is from. Go ahead.
Tal Makua in southeastern Iraq. The site has been excavated from 1928 onward by the German Oriental Society and the German Archaeological Institute.
Yeah, Germans are German Edomites. Timan. That's Timan. That's who they are today. That's Timan, that biblical name. Go ahead.
Erech was one of the greatest cities of Sumer.
Sumer is Shinar. Go ahead.
And was enclosed by the brickwork walls about 6 miles in circumference, which, according to legend, were built by the mythical hero Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh, or the Gilgamesh epic, that's Nimrod.
Damn.
He was the first man to be deified as a god. When he died, they said his soul went and conquered the sun. He became Sol Invictus, or Winter, who you call Santa Claus, or not Santa Claus, but your Christmas celebration. You worship him. He became Baal. He became Vishnu. He became Molech. He became Chemosh. He's all those same people. It's the same God. He became that Trinity, Isis, Horus. That's all him. Him, his mama, and his mom wife, because he married his mom, and her son she had through some other dude she had. She was a hoe. Some of them is. All right? The pagan Trinity. All right?
Queen of the today on the Sunday.
Right. If you go down, it says it.
Yeah,
go down,
it says the
two
second
principal.
paragraph. The two principal Sumerian divinities worshipped in ancient Iraq appear to have been Anu and a sky god.
Anu is Nimrod.
And the goddess Ayana.
Ayana would be queen of the sky. That's his mother wife. Semiramis. Go ahead.
Or queen of heaven.
Queen of heaven. Queen of the sky or queen of heaven. Yep. Ashtoreth. Easter. Esther. Same name. Go ahead.
One of the chief landmarks of the city is the Anu
Ziggurat. That's like a giant temple, a huge temple. They claim that temple, or one of them is the Tower of Babel. That was the ruins of the Tower of Babel. One of these ruins, a ziggurat, is a ruined, incomplete Tower of Babel. They say. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't care. But Gilgamesh is Nimrod. The Gilgamesh epic, all of that. That's Nimrod. When he died, the people said he's a god. He's ascended to the sun. And then it was believed that his mother wife, his mom, I call her his wife, his mom wife, that the sun, she said, oh, he's not dead. The sun shined on my womb, and I miraculously conceived. And she brought forth Tammuz. Tammuz, the baby Messiah. That's why the white Jesus is always a baby all the time. Oh, praise white baby Jesus, like Ricky Bobby. A movie called Talladega Nights. Oh, praise white baby Jesus. That's from the pagan Trinity, because the baby died young, so that's why in Ezekiel said they would weep for Tammuz and kill their babies in honor of that baby being killed or dying.
And Deke, it's crazy because we're going back to the ancient civilization where these people became gods and so forth,
right?
And
deified,
and now up until this point today, you're still worshiping these same gods.
Right. Let's prove it. I'll show you.
Different names.
I'll show you right now.
It's crazy.
You mentioned Rome. Hold on a second. Should I use that now? Yeah, why not? Hold on.
That's why the scripture says Esau do a diligent search.
Yes, he does.
And they
search out iniquities.
Yeah, search out iniquities. Esau actually go back into these ancient empires and they dig up all the iniquities from these ancient empires.
Right.
They combined it all into one, and then they handed it to us. And that's what you have as America.
So basically,
I said to you what Rome did. I'm going to show you.
His father, the devil.
Right. Remember Rome, it said early in that book that the Edomites were the first ones to adopt the Christian religion. All right?
And don't forget Virgin Mary, too. That's what...
Right, they're different.
Right, Virgin Mary, all the same. Matt, look, their whole virgin birth is all pagan. All pagan. I'm going to show you.
That's heavy in the Caribbean, man, with the Catholic Church.
I'm going to read it right now. You're going to read that right now. Yeah. Speak of the devil.
That was a lie.
Start from... He describes accurately, the red.
He also describes accurately. If a bit patronizingly.
This book is called When Scotland Was Jewish. This book is called When Scotland Was Jewish. It shows how King James and them were descendants of Israel, were Israelites. King James, his wife, were all descendants of Israel. Go ahead.
The merging of Constantine's grand of Christianity.
Move it over some. Move it over a little bit.
Come on.
Right
brand of Christianity with pre-existing pagan cults in the Middle East.
With pre-existing pagan cults in the Near or Middle East. Where these cults come from? The worship of Nimrod, his wife, and pagan Messiah that came from his lying mother's mouth / wife, his wife. So pagan cults of the Middle East. Emperor Constantine adopted pagan Near East or Middle Eastern cults of ancient time, pre-existing, going back to Nimrod. That's where it all started. The cradle of idolatry was with Adam and Eve, and it spread into the east. Remember, Adam and them were pushed to the east, and it spread right there. It spread because we got worse and worse. Read on.
Contrary to traditional belief, Emperor Constantine the Great from 274 to 337
This
AD.
is a black. This guy was a black man, by the way. He was a black man, by the way. Him and his mom was Saint Helena.
A Negro.
Were evil pagan Negroes. Pagan Negroes who adopted the ideology of the Roman Empire that we conquered. You had basically a bunch of coons ruling over Rome, ruling as white folks. Go ahead.
Did not embrace Christianity as the religion of Rome. Rather, he adapted Christianity into a new form that was actually related to the Syrian Sol Invictus cult.
That's Nimrod. Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. Go ahead.
Of the Sol Invictus cult of sun worship.
Of sun worship. Nimrod conquered the sun. They worshipped him as a god, the sun god, like Zeus, Jupiter, Mars. It's the same people. And the mother became the moon. She's Diana. She's Hera. She's Gaia. All these. She's Mother Earth, Isis, Esther, Astarte, Ashtoreth, Asherah. It's the same woman. Go ahead.
Constantine redefined Jesus' birthday to
He redefined what?
He redefined Jesus' birthday.
So the Messiah was not born in the winter. He was born during Passover, during the spring.
He changed it up.
He changed it. Nothing new. Go ahead.
Constantine redefined Jesus' birthday to comply with the Sun Festival on 25th of December.
Saturnalia, what you guys worship today. Saturnalia, go ahead.
And substituted the sacred Sabbath, Saturday.
Oh, the sacred Sabbath was always known to be Saturday. That's why in Spanish, what's it called? Sábado. Sabbath. Go ahead.
With the sun day.
With the sun day. Go ahead.
The high points of Judaic Christianity.
The high points of Judaic, meaning the laws of God, the high points of Judaic Christianity, the true Judaism, the true Christian doctrine, go ahead,
were conveniently merged with the pagan tradition.
Were conveniently merged together with sun worship. So the original Christian Judaism and sun worship is the Christianity you guys worship today. Go ahead.
The high points of Judaic Christianity were conveniently merged with the pagan tradition.
Because Constantine wanted the pagans and Christians to worship together. He wanted a one world order. All be one. This going back to who? Nimrod. Going back to what? Democracy. Go ahead.
And the Persian cult of Mithras.
And the Persian cult of Mithras, going back to Babylon again, that's Iran. Go ahead.
Which stressed the concept of final judgment.
Which deals with resurrection and dying and all that, whatever, nonsense. That's all I wanted. So this is what the Christian church or Catholic church adopted into its ideology today. And branched over to different denominations or demonations. Demonations. Huh?
Hey, Deke, it tells you that in Babylon the 10th book 2, page 58.
Okay, read it.
Same thing that you just said.
Babylon 10 book 2, page 58?
Yeah, Greek mythology.
Okay, yeah.
All right. It's the second paragraph. Second paragraph.
Can we put it up so people can see it too?
They got it. They know about that one already.
Okay. It says the Egyptians also worshiped the animals, nature, and the 12 gods. Hercules was one of these 12 gods.
The Assyrians worship that too, Hercules. Go ahead.
Herodotus.
Herodotus.
Hold on so they can follow you. Okay, so the audience can follow where you're going.
Yes, sir.
Herodotus, you mean. Herodotus, right?
Yes, sir.
Herodotus.
Let me start from the top again.
Keep it short. Is it a short paragraph?
Yeah, it's short.
All right, go ahead.
It says Herodotus, the Greek historian.
Herodotus,
says the Greeks adopted the black god Hercules from the Egyptians.
Yep.
This is the point. When the Greeks and Romans took over the gods of Asia and Africa, sometimes they changed their names and colors.
Wow.
So it's the same thing.
So they took the black gods of ancient pre-existing cults and changed their names to Roman Latin names or Greek names and whitewashed them. That's what they did. Like they did the Messiah, changed his name and changed his name or his birth date. Same thing. The pagan Messiah. So he went from Yeshua or Jesus to Zeus, Odin. It's the same thing. Pagan Messiah. Tammuz. That's who he is now. Tammuz. The Messiah of today, born in the wintertime. They say that's Jesus. born December 25th.
That goes all the way back to
Goes
Nimrod.
back to Nimrod. Going back to Nimrod again.
And that's why you always see with how they whitewashed it. You see the Virgin Mary now with the baby, with the baby and so forth. That's Semiramis and that's Tammuz.
Right. That's right. And Rome worshipped them. We worship them as Romans. The Holy Roman Empire. Let's go back. Where we at? Genesis 10. So Erech is Iraq. Go back to Genesis 10 again. Verse 10.
The book of Genesis, chapter 10 and verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, and the land of Shinar.
Akkad. What is Akkad? Let's go to Akkadian Empire. Some of you know of a movie called by Arnold Schwarzenegger called Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian, he was an Akkadian. He was an Akkadian warrior that Arnold Schwarzenegger played. Conan the Barbarian, he was an Akkadian. And he's supposed to be black. You know why he's supposed to be black? Because James Earl Jones played his played his father. Damn strawberry, man. Played his father. Damn seeds in my throat. James Earl Jones played his father in the movie. He's a black ruler of Sumeria. So the white man said, okay, well, we'll make James Earl Jones his father, but make him white. Makes no damn sense. Madness.
With the name Schwarzenegger.
Right, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Schwartz, black nigga. That's what his name means. I don't know how that happened. A white man with a last name, black nigga. Anyway.
Man, that's deep.
And playing a black role with a black father with a white face. Damn. Can't make this up, bro.
That name was stolen by his family. That's the name that came from that's our name, really. Akkadian Empire. Akkadian Empire. That's for Akkad. See that Sumerian right there? 2,334, 2150. That guy right there, that's Sargon. That's the first king of Babylon. Most scholars agree that's Nimrod. His name, Sargon, means king. Esau won't give you his name. They'll just say that's the first king of Babylon, but nameless. But there's excavations in areas that says Nimrud, Nimrud. Areas called Nimrod, but he never existed. Okay. Read that. We're going to read up to we're going to start at the top and end in the south.
The Akkadian Empire was the first ancient empire.
Was the first, not Egypt, Babylon, Arcadia, was the first ancient empire of what?
Of Mesopotamia.
Iraq, or Iraq, or Uruk. Go ahead.
After the long-lived civilization of Sumer.
Shinar.
It was centered in the city of Akkad.
City of where?
Akkad.
Genesis 10. The city of Akkad. Go ahead.
And its surrounding region. The empire united Akkadian.
What's Akkadian mean?
Assyrian and Babylonian.
There you go. So you had Cushites, Babylonians, and you had Shemites, Assyrians. It's a joint empire of Assyria and Babylon, jointly ruled together. Go ahead.
And Sumerian speakers under one rule.
Under one rule. United, a joint empire. Go ahead.
The Akkadian Empire exercised influence across Mesopotamia, the Levant, and Anatolia, sending military expeditions as far south as Delmon.
Click Anatolia. I think that's Europe. Click Anatolia. Where's that at? Or Turkey or something?
Asia Minor.
Oh, that's like what? Greece? Like
yeah,
Greece?
right there. Turkey.
Turkey. I was right. Turkey, right. So that's how far the influence stretched. Damn near the whole modern world. Go back. The old world, almost the entire old world, the modern old world. Yeah, old world. Go ahead.
Expeditions as far south as Damun and Megan, modern Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain and Oman, and the Arabian Peninsula.
Oman is like Yemen, like that area. Go ahead.
During the 3rd millennium BC, there developed a cultural symbiosis between the Sumerians and the Akkadians, which included widespread bilingualism.
Right, they spoke Akkadian and Semitic and Cushitic, pretty much.
Akkadian and East Semitic language.
Because of the Assyrians. Go ahead.
Gradually replaced Sumerian as a spoken language.
So the language of the Assyrians superseded the language of the Hamites, of Babylonians, which were Cushites. Go ahead. Hamites. Go ahead.
Sometime between the end of the 3rd and the early 2nd millennium BC, the exact dating being a matter of debate. The Akkadian Empire reached its political peak between the 24th and 22nd centuries BC, following the conquest by its founder, Sargon of Akkad.
Followed by its conquest by its founder, Sargon of Akkad. That's Sargon, the first Sargon of Akkad. That is believed to be Nimrod. The founder of the first empire of Babylon. Who else? Who could it be?
Right.
Anybody else?
The scripture confirm it.
That's Nimrod.
That's the first.
They won't say because they say that's Nimrod. The Bible's a real book. We'll just say Sargon, king. That's Nimrod, who became later on when he died and was worshipped as Gilgamesh and all that other nonsense. Go ahead.
Under Sargon and his successors, the Akkadian language was briefly imposed on neighboring conquered states such as Elam.
And so his language, the language of the Assyrians, because the Babylonians borrowed the language of the Assyrians, which is Semitic. They forced the language on everybody else. Remember, the languages were what? Confounded. The languages were confounded after this. Go ahead.
Such as Elam and Gatium.
So he conquered Elam and Gatium. Elam, keep that name in mind. Elam, go ahead.
Akkad is sometimes regarded as the first empire in history.
It is sometimes regarded as the first empire in history. That's how you know it's Nimrod.
I think it's Snake, man.
Some regard as, yeah. Go ahead.
Though the meaning of this term is not precise.
Yes, it is.
And there are earlier Sumerian claimants.
They claim that there's others. No, there isn't. Go ahead.
After the fall of the Akkadian Empire,
after it fell,
the people of Mesopotamia eventually coalesced into two major Akkadian-speaking nations.
They divided. Watch this. Watch this.
Assyria in the north.
Assyria went north.
And a few centuries later, Babylonia in the south.
South. They divided. Now, get Genesis 10 again. Read 10 again to 11.
Genesis.
Hey, if I may, can I ask you?
Yeah.
After he died, right? Isn't that the history where his mom wife was claiming his spirit was in the tree because she wanted to hold the empire together? Like she wanted to hold the empire together.
Yeah, she tried.
Right.
Ready?
Yeah, read it.
The book of Genesis, chapter 10 and verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad.
So you have Babel, Babylon, Iraq, Erech, which is Iraq, Akkad, Arcadia. Go ahead.
And Calneh.
Calneh. Now, get what I sent you. I sent you a Google link. Where is Calneh? I said to you earlier, remember Aleppo and the Euphrates and Carchemish. I told you I remember that. Right here, yep. The top, the very top. The top statement. Bring it in some so you can see the whole paragraph. Go ahead.
Amos 6:2, Isaiah 10 and 9. This is identified by some archaeological scholars as Kunia, Kalani, or Kalanu, modern Kalankoi, between Carchemish on the Euphrates River and Arpad near Aleppo in northern Syria, about 10 kilometers southeast from Arpad.
So that's where, go back to that old map again. So I'm going to show you what Calneh is. What Calneh is. The old map from the Iran art book that showed Cimmerians and all that stuff. Get that map again.
Israel, get your notebooks, your pencils, or your pens. This is a lot to take in. A lot. For real. All right, so you got to, take some thorough notes on this history.
It's the map. The ancient Iran book. Page 4 or 5. I think it's 5. Yep, blow it up, go to the bottom. Or top, it don't matter which one. You go to the bottom, it's fine. Blow it up. Blow it up more. Move it over to the right. To the left, I'm sorry. Left. Bring it down. Bring it down some. Move it over to the right. Right there, see? Aleppo, Carchemish. So and then the Euphrates River right there. So Calneh is right in this area. Right in this area here. That's what Calneh is. So Babylon stretched out pretty far. You see Elam to the right. He conquered Elam. Babylon's right there in the bottom. Babylon's right under the Euphrates. Right there. So that's how far it stretched. So Aleppo, Carchemish, Euphrates, that's Calneh right there in that area. Calneh. All right? Go ahead. Genesis 10 again. Genesis 10 and 10 again.
The book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar.
Right, Sumerian. Now watch, we're going to read the splitting of the Akkadian Empire in the Bible. Verse 11, watch this.
Out of that land.
Out of that land of who? Nimrod's kingdom. Out of that land, watch this.
Went forth Ashur.
Ashur left from them. Go ahead.
And builded Nineveh.
He went north and builded Nineveh. Go ahead.
And the city of Rehoboth and
Calah. That's all I want. So Ashur left out from Nimrod's when they split, and they went north, and Babylon later on went south. Now, I want Genesis 10. Yeah, so Ashur is the Assyrians. I'm sorry. Ashur is the name of the Assyrians. Ashur is their forefather. They even had their old kings named after him, Ashur. They deified Ashur as well as they made him a god too. All right? They deified him. So you have, jump down to verse 21.
Verse 21.
Let's see where Ashur comes from. What son is Ashur from? We read Babel. So Babel or Babylon, Nimrod was a Cushite. These Ethiopians, ancient Ethiopians that ruled over Iraq, jointly with who? With the Assyrians. Read that, Genesis 10.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber.
These are Shemites. Go ahead. So you had Cush, Nimrod are Cushites, Hamites. These are Shemites. Watch this.
The brother of Japheth the elder.
Japheth was the oldest brother. Go ahead.
Even to him were children born.
Mm-hmm.
The children of Shem, Elam.
Elam, stop. That name was in the map earlier. Elam. Who's that? Let's real quick go to the book I want. Hold on a second. Go to what was that? Go to the map I sent you. It's google.com. It should say Assyria and Neo-Assyrian Empire. It's a map. It's actual a Google link. I sent you a lot of them. I'm sorry. You got to open each one. It's a Google link. I sent you one. It should say Assyria and the Neo-Assyrian Empire. Image. We're dealing with Elam now. So Shem fathered Elam. Okay? Shem fathered Elam.
So, Dick, so you saying the Edomites are not the only Shemite, huh?
No, they are not. That's a stupid-ass belief that only the Israelis are the only Semites on the earth. When Shem had all these damn kids. It's stupidity.
You know?
It should say on the top the Assyria and Neo-Assyrian Empire. You got all the links I sent you? It's like I sent you like 5 links. I apologize. I should have opened them all up and just. Yeah, it's one of those links. I'm not sure which one. Just click all of them each and sort it out.
Eliminate.
Yeah, process of elimination. It's not that one. Keep that open, though. Keep it open so that way you don't have to do it again.
So now we have an understanding of Nimrod and his empire that consisted of the Assyrians and the Babylonians,
Right.
and how they split off.
All right, we're getting there. Phone call? All right, hold on. Is that all of them?
Hey, D, when you get a chance, we got a statement also.
A statement?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one, D.
All right.
Very loyal fan.
No. I want that map too, but that's all? Nah, I sent you all of them things, man. I'm gonna send it again. Hold on. What time is it? Do I have time for a comment and questions?
It's 3:09.
All right, I got time. Hold on a second. Let me just, I'll squeeze you guys in. Give me a second. Let me,
Hey, D, can I get a script if you don't mind?
nah, I ain't got time.
Okay.
All right, click that link there. I'm just gonna send it to you one by one, so that way we're not confused. I sent you the most newest one there. Yep, click that first. Right there, that one right there. You see on top it says Assyria, Neo-Assyria? Is that it? No, go down. No, to the left, go to the left. Go down, right there, the bottom right there, bottom left.
Yeah,
that,
it's shaded one right
that
there.
shaded one, yes.
Damn, bro, you lost it. Right
that,
there.
Yeah, that. Yes, that's what I want. Yes. That's what I want. All right, blow that up. No, I'm good. That's as far as it go? All right, well, it'll do. Can they see it?
It's gonna be pixelated, right?
Well, that's fine because you can see Elam right there anyway.
Yeah, I can see a couple of words.
Yeah. I only want for one reason, to make a point. Where's it at? 22. Where we at?
Verse 22.
22 mentions Elam, right? You see the bottom right? If you circle it, it says Elam right there. You go up, you see media up top. Go to media. That's Japheth right there. Go down. That's Elam right there in the bottom. So you got Japheth on top, and you got Shem on the bottom, right? So Elam's in the far right. Then to your, hold on. Media, you have media and Elam to the right, and you go to the other, you see Aleppo, you see Aleppo to the left. Aleppo and where Kalna is. Aleppo and you see it? To the left, Aleppo. Wait. Let me see something. Is it there? No. All right, that's okay. Go up. You see Nineveh in the middle, the pink in the middle? Nineveh right there, Nineveh. And Assyria right there. Or in the pink middle is Nineveh, Assyria. All right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, go to, see the next map. Hold on. I'm seeing the next map.
Everybody should be familiar with Nineveh.
Right.
I'm seeing the next map. Hold on. So now you guys don't have the map, so now I'm all confused. Hold on. Yeah. No. Hold on. Go to Bible Atlas. Bible Atlas. This book right here, Bible Atlas, with charts and biblical reconstructions. This book here, you should all have this book. I taught history class before on Mondays. I use this book a lot. All right? A lot. This book is very good. some good stuff in here. I told everybody to get it. Jazz, you see Officer Jazz has one as well. He also has one.
Yeah, it's one of the first books that we,
we use.
The leadership used. So it's very inexpensive book, man. It's,
very inexpensive.
7 books, probably.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see the Assyrian community. I'm gonna send you that one now. Another map, ascension of the map, the Assyrian community. Read Bible Atlas. I want page 220 to 21. Then I'm gonna get the comments. He said a fan. They'll be in a simple ass fan.
It's a very loyal fan, D. Very loyal with D.
All right.
Very loyal. You gotta,
All right. I'm gonna try.
All right.
Judge by your face, man. I'm not gonna like it, but all right.
D, it's all right.
Okay.
It's cool.
All right. I'm paranoid. I'm like, all right. My soul's always drawn, man. Something stupid.
Trust me, D.
All
Trust
right.
us on this, man.
So page 2, right there, page 220. It goes into the captivities as well, Babylon, but go down to the bottom. Right there, Wendy, right there.
When the Elamites.
The who?
When the Elamites.
Elamites. These are Elam. Where did they go?
When the Elamites withdrew to their Iranian homeland, princes native to the Babylonian city of Isin founded the 4th dynasty of Babylon.
So the Elamites returned to their Iranian homeland. Elam and Iran are the same people. Iranians and Elamites, East Indians, Bangladesh, Pakistan, these are all the same people. And the ancient Dravidians, Dravidian. Ancient, it's like David, but Dravidians. Those are all, Elamites. Those are all Elam, okay? Ancient Iranians, Elam, Shemites. So Iranians are Shemites. All right, now, get the next thing I sent you. It should say Assyrian community. The map should say Assyrian community on the top left. When you get that, I'll go to the comments. I want to make sure you guys actually get it so I'm not up here looking stupid. It should say community to the right. That right there. Yep, I want that right there. Yep. Make it as big as you can. Make it as big as you can. That's as far as it goes. Oh, perfect. There we go. The Assyrian community. Now, you see, it says beginning at 20th century, right? At the beginning of the 20th century, XX century. Now, you see Aleppo to the left. Aleppo, circle that. That's Kalna again. Kalna, Ottoman Empire. Remember, this is like later on in the future. The Ottomans take over this area. The Muslims take over this area. You go to your top right, you see Russia. That's Georgia right there. That's Scythia above that. Now go down to the bottom right. Baghdad. Go over to the right. What do you see instead of Elam? Persia. Persia. Because Elam and Persians are the same people. Iran, Persians, Iranians, Persians, same people. Elamites, same people. They branched into different names, but it's the same people. All right? So you see to the right, go above that, go above Persia. You see Russia, you don't see Iran, you don't see Media no more because they merged together. Persia, because northern Iran is Medes. All right, the Medes. So the Medes are referred to as northern Iranians. But these are Persians here. Now, what's the question and statement now? I'll deal with that now. I'll put this up.
It says, Shalom, Most High Christ bless leadership.
We going.
I would like to thank you, deacon and officers, for the wisdom and information you relentlessly bring to us. If it be the Lord's will, I would like to take you guys to the White Southern Barbecue in Philly.
It is the Lord's will. We accept.
Oh, by the way, my name is Pepper Black from Philly.
Oh, my God.
South Passe, bro.
Oh, my gosh. This dude, man.
We accept.
I'm all nervous. Like, yo, I'm about to punch somebody in the face, man. Verbally.
Yo, we
It was something
gladly
stupid.
accept.
We gladly accept.
Yep.
You
On
crazy,
him.
man.
Black.
Yep.
On him. All praises.
On him. Yep. So how many of us is there? Like 20 of us.
We'll bring 200 of us. All right, so I'm gonna send you another one. What's the next comment? That was it?
There's one more. It says,
I'm gonna send this in the meantime. Go ahead.
Shalom, Deacon, Most High Christ
I
bless.
sent another one.
Can you recommend a book which gives a parallel breakdown of Christian holidays versus pagan ideology? Kershaw, Newark, New Jersey.
Two Babylons. Yeah, you can use Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop.
666.
Yeah, but I don't, that book is, if you're not learned, you'll be, I think will send you into another, make you retarded. Yeah,
Two Babylons is safe.
Two Babylons is safe because Antichrist 666 references Two Babylons. Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. That's pretty good. Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop goes into that, I would say. Yeah, we used that years ago. A lot of scholars argue and they hate that book, man, because he be bringing out he exposing all the paganism in the holidays.
Right.
So that's a good stuff. That's a good read.
He also put the symbols.
Yeah, the symbols as well.
in
Yeah,
the book too.
yeah. So we got this right here. So you see another map. Make it bigger than this. So we saw one map that said Elam, Media, right? Then one said Persia. This one says what? Iran. So Elam, Iran, Persia, same people. Same people. In northern Iran is Media, where Japheth resided, because they share tents. Japheth and Shem share tents. Because Ashur is Semitic. Okay? Ashur is from Shem. And Iraq was ruled by Cush, of course. All right? Ham. And Armenia up there is Turkey. That's like Armenia is the Caucasus Mountains. That's Caucasus. That's where what's name's from. Your Kardashians are from there. Armenians. All right, and Turkey's under that. Turkey's under Armenia. I'm bugging. Under Armenia. All right. It's still connected. It's all connected. Whatever. All right. So go down. You see Ashur right there, the star Ashur. Rather than say Nineveh, it says Ashur there. And Baghdad right there in the bottom. Okay. So now, go to the next one. Hold on.
They got another statement if you want, or question if you want.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay. Says, all praises for OHH. Are the Russians Japhetic? I have always thought that the Romanov family assassination was extremely suspicious.
The original Russians were Japhetic. The modern ones is Edom. So that era you're referring to is probably modern Edomites, not the ancient ones. Russia is Magog. Magog is Japheth. Magog is Russia. And then you had part of the Iranians, the Scythians, that inhabited part of that area of Russia as well. I showed you that earlier. So you had Shem and Japheth shared that landmass. And the Cimmerians as well. The Cimmerians is Gomer. They have part of it also. So depending on the year, that's Edom, most likely Edom. Right there, I want that map. Go back. Right there, I want this one. Yes, blow it up. That's as far as it goes? Okay, good. Move it over. Blow it up some more. The pink is kind of blurry. That's okay. I don't mind. I'll make it out for you. Right here. It says Nineveh Plains. See that? In the pink on the top. Nineveh Plains. And see what's all in between? You have Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Iran. All these nations, I read in the book before, that they collectively created the Iranian state. Iraq is Babylon. Syria, Turkey, and Iran. And Baghdad right there. And in the middle of them all is Nineveh Plains. So the Turkish intermingle with the Syrians intermingle with the Assyrians, the Iraqis intermingle with the Assyrians, which would be Arabs pretty much, and the Iranians intermingled with the Assyrians as well. Okay, they all intermingle. So Assyria is found in the midst of all four. Okay, all four. Those are Turkey is the Turks, who became the Ottoman Turks, which were Edomites and Arabs mixed together, that established the trans-Saharan slave trade. That's who that is. Okay, the Turks, white. Those are basically European Arabs. It's Edom Arabs. That's what they are, pretty much. Let's go to Assyrian people, Wikipedia. No more maps. You guys are good now. It's safe. I think. Assyrian people. Let's see who the Assyrians are today. Assyrian people.
Bring it out. Yo, man, ain't no bombs dropping nothing today?
We're gonna go to identities and subdivisions. And we're gonna start at today and end at Kurds. Identities and subdivisions. I'm gonna start at where it says today. Go down. It's a small paragraph. Today.
Today, Assyrians and other minority ethnic groups.
So the Assyrians are now a minority because they're in the middle of all those other we saw earlier. Iran, Iraq, Turkey, Syria. They're in the middle. So they're the minority in the middle. Go ahead.
Today, Assyrians and other minority ethnic groups in the Middle East feel pressure to identify as Arabs.
Because Saudi Arabia is under there. Saudi Arabia, go ahead.
Turks.
They're Turks.
And Kurds.
Because they intermingle with all of those. Turks, so they're Kurds, Turks, and some are Arabs. But primarily Kurds. That's what they are, Kurds. All right? So now, let's go to Google, what race are Assyrians? Type in, what race are Assyrians? And you should see it should say people. It should say ethnically the Assyrians are. Go to the questions. Yeah, what race are Assyrians today? It should say, what race are Assyrians? And it should say people ask question. Go down to the people ask. Right there. Go. Who are descendants? Ethnic. Right there. That's it. Who are right there? Ethnically what?
What race are Assyrians?
Right.
Ethnically, the Assyrians are West Asian, which is usually an umbrella term that covers populations such as Anatolia,
Turkey,
Turks,
there you go,
Armenians, Persians, Kurds, Levantine Arabs,
Saudi Arabia,
etc.
There you go, because they intermingle with all of those people. Okay? Because once they fell, they were just a bunch of minorities at this point. We're going to find out why they fell so hard. We're going to find out why they were terrible people. Terrible. Everyone hated them. Everyone hated them. Okay? Now, let's go to Wikipedia, Sargon of Akkad. Go to Genesis 10 again. Genesis 10 one more time. Genesis 10,
Yes, sir.
verse 22.
The book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 22.
Yeah.
The children of Shem, Elam, and Ashur.
So Elam is the Persians, Iranians, that's them. All right? Iranians, Persians, or Carmanians, that's them also. East Indians, that's them. Go ahead.
And Ashur.
Ashur is the Assyrians. Watch this.
And Arphaxad.
Arphaxad, from which Abraham derives from. Abraham comes out of Arphaxad. Go ahead.
And Lud.
Lud.
And Aram.
Aram. Aram is Syria. Aram is Syria. That's where the term Aramean comes from. That's where the term Aramaic comes from. It's the Syrian language. The language of language of Aram. Okay? Aram, Aramaic. Because that name, the Hebrew, I guess you could say before the confining of languages, was retained for the most part among the Shemites. Not the purest, but the language that was spoken of ancient time was maintained among the Shemites. So it's Aramaic. It's like ancient Hebrew, ancient. Call it Aramaic. The language, the Syrian language, the Syrian tongue, or Aramaean or Aramaic. Hear that word all the time. Aram, that's their biblical name. Aram is the name of the Syrians. Not Assyrians, Assyrians, the Syrians. Syrians. Okay? They're also Semites. Syrians are also Semites. Their biblical name is Aram. And they spoke Aramaic, or they were Aramaeans. All right?
So it's not, so some people might get confused with Arabic.
No, not Arabic. Aram.
Yes.
Aramaic. Aramaic. A-R-A-M.
Yes.
Not Arabic. Aramaic.
Aramaic.
Aramaic. Aramaic. or Aramaean, not Arabic with a B, A-R-A-M, all right? Those are also Semites, okay, who intermingled with the Iranians, who intermingled with the Assyrians, and so on and so forth. Give me Ezra 4 and 7 to give an idea what that to explain that. To show that they borrowed language. We read earlier how the Babylonians borrowed the Assyrian language. I'm gonna show you.
The book of Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 7.
I think that's it. Shoot me if I'm. Yeah.
And in the days of Artaxerxes wrote Bishlam, Mithridath, Tabiel, and the rest of their companions unto Artaxerxes, king of Persia. And the writing of the letter was written in the Syrian tongue and interpreted in the Syrian tongue.
Right, so they wrote a letter to the king of Persia in the Syrian tongue. That's Aramaic. So the Persians spoke Aramaic too. They wrote a letter to him in Aramaic, and it was interpreted in Aramaic. So Persians spoke Aramaic because they're Semites. They're Shemites. Just as the Assyrians spoke the language. Semites. Okay? So now, read verse 23 and 24.
Verse 23. Now when the copy of the king...
No, Genesis 10. I'm sorry. Genesis 10,
sorry.
23. I'm sorry. Genesis 10, 23. No, you're right.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 23. And the children of Aram, Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash,
24.
and Arphaxad begot...
And Arphaxad, Shem's child, go ahead.
begot Salah, and Salah begot Eber.
Salah begot Eber, who was the progenitor of who? The Hebrews. Eber, from which Abraham comes from. So Arphaxad is the most significant of all the children of Shem. Arphaxad, Eber, where the word Hebrew comes from. All right? So now, let's get what I want. Genesis 10 again, verse 8 to 10 again. So we can rehash.
Yes, sir. Genesis chapter 10, verse 8. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
A leader, go ahead.
He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord.
He was a hunter of men. He sought for men to worship and bring and unite all people under one world government. Okay, Babylon, as America is trying to do. Okay, because America is modern Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel.
Or confusion. The beginning of his kingdom was the land in which confusion started of languages, confounding of languages. Babylon, land of confusion. Go ahead.
And Erech.
Iraq.
And Akkad.
The Akkadian Empire.
And Kelna, in the land of Shinar.
Within the land of Sumeria. Sumer. Go ahead. That's all I want. What time is it? All right, a little bit more time. Give me Wikipedia, list of Assyrian kings. We're just gonna read them off. Nothing major. Wikipedia, we're gonna go to the list of Assyrian kings and we're going to read down. It should give a list of them. Go down. Early Assyrian kings. Let's see. Go down. Kings who lived in tents. Oh, I almost forgot. Real quick, before we go here, go to the Iran. Artwork in Iran again. I almost forgot to bring these things out. I'll bring these out instead. Go to Iran, go to pages 85, 86 in ancient Iran. Still dealing with Assyria. Go down to the bottom. Bring it down. Let me get there with you. Almost forgot about that. I was sitting right there and forgot it. 1 second. 85. Page. Yeah, read excavation. Hold on. Read his capital. No. Hold on. It's referring to Cyaxares. His capital was. Go to No. Page 86. Page 86. I want moreover.
Blow it up.
Moreover. Start from there and work your way down to Medes.
Moreover, of the petty princes who rallied, all were forced to rally round them. Moreover, the assimilation of the presumably indigenous Asiatics needed time, so that in addition to the complex of people of Elamitic Caspasian stock,
Right, so peoples of Elamite Caspian. Remember, I told you before, the Scythians were ancient Iranians, and they ruled, and they are part of Russia. Remember the Caspian Sea? So Elamite Caspian stock. These are ancient Persians, ancient Elamites. Go ahead.
complex of peoples of Elamite Caspian stock already in occupation of the region.
Watch this.
The conjunction of Median, Scythian, and Cimmerian elements strongly affected the intellectual and artistic culture of the Medes.
Because these are all lived among themselves. They all intermingled, as I said before. Now go to page 126, 127. This is ancient artwork found in the actual ancient old ruins of Iran or Persia. Page 126. Yeah, I want that second, see, it says Iranian plateau. Blow that up some. I don't want to jump ahead, but I just wanted to show y'all. Go up, go up, go up, go up. See right there, right there, right there. See, Medes, Ecbatania, that's Medes. Achaemenid, Parsa, that's where the word Persia comes from. Parsa or Persis, Persian. See up top? It says Persians on the top.
Right, Persians in the where you go? Persians in the Parsa region.
Right, in the Parsa region. That's where the word Persian comes from. Or Iran. Go up. It says Medes and Persian. Iranian plateau. The Medes inhabited the north. Elam inhabited the south. Now, go out of that. Go to page 140 and 141. So Persians and Medes. Shemites, Medes, or Shemites and Japhites, right? You see, it's that's a statue of Darius, a broken statue of Darius. See, that's a mouth right there, and that's the beard. Okay, that's Darius the Mede. Okay, a fragment of the statue of Darius, late 6th century, early 5th century. Now, go to go down to the bottom to these. The bottom to these what?
To these traditional subjects, he added a representation.
No. Go to at Susa.
At Susa, as at Pasargadae, Darius placed the Apadana under the protection of benevolent genii, some of them in a setting of palmets and rosettes.
So these, watch this.
To these traditional subjects, he added a representation of his guardsmen.
His guardsmen, watch this.
The so-called immortals.
The immortals. With Zerubbabel,
with whom
was enlisted. Go ahead.
With whom he served in Egypt during his conquest by Cambyses, and who are believed to have helped him to regain his throne.
So now, go to the next page, 141. Watch this. These are archers. Blow it up some more. Now, what color are they? Again, tell me they're white so I can punch you in the jaw. With all my might. These are obviously brown people here.
Yeah.
These are clearly, because white, listen, man, heathens are stupid. So these are archers. These are meat. Now, some of you are going to say, well, what are they? It says, frieze of archers on page 140. Frieze of archers. Go to the next one. So you got this guy on the left and this guy on the right, right? Go to the other guy on the right. Move it over. Bring it down. He's brown too. A little lighter. If not whitewashed, but.
Hey, remember I was talking about Shia beard when he had the.
Right, yeah, the curls, right. So you see these guys are brown, right? These Iranians, these are Persians and Medes. Excuse me. Now, go to page 189. Page 189. You see him again, arches again, right? See him right there? That's without color, but they're brown. Now go over to the little line, go over to the left. You're gonna see what these guys are. Move over to the left. The writing on the side.
Can you get to the writing?
Did I cut it off?
So yeah, they cut it off deep.
No, I need that part. You gotta take another picture again. Do me to do it while I'm here. Since you guys done messed up my picture. Hold on. I got it. I'll send it to you. All right, I sent it to you. Yeah. Right, now blow it up. Look at the writing on the side. Let's see what they are. Remember, I showed you one in color. Now you're gonna see what they are. What does it say on a move it over?
Oh, you want this strip?
I
on
want
the
the
side,
writing.
right?
Yeah, I want the writing. What does it say? It says Persepolis, stairway of the Tripolon. What does it say they are?
Persian and Median guards.
6th and 5th centuries BC.
6th and 5th century BC. That was
So-
during the time of Zerubbabel.
Correct. This is a Persian and a Median. Now go blow it out. Look at their faces. But it shows them both.
You're going to have to go back
Go
to
back to the last image.
Yeah, the last images.
Where it shows them both. And blow it up. Take the whole screen up. Yep. Now bring it down. Bring it out some. That's too much.
Come
right
on.
there, right?
Come on, brothers.
Come on, a little bit more. That's good. All right, yes. Now, if you notice, that's a Persian and a Median, right? They look the same. They resemble each other because the Persians and Medes favored each other heavily. They looked alike. So both of them were brown. You had a Japhite looking like a Semite. They look the same. That's why historically the Medes and Persians intermingled and became the Medo-Persian Empire, which I'll deal with later on. But the Japhites and Semites, these two families intermingled. One resided up north, one resided under, but they looked alike. And they were both brown. These are the archers I showed you earlier in color, bricking brown. Japhites and Shemites, brown. People of color, all right?
They think their grandfather was Noah.
Right, exactly. Their grandfather was Noah, exactly.
Had to be black.
Go to page one. What was that? What page is this again?
I mean,
Go to
father,
page
father,
190
father.
and 191.
Father was Noah, excuse me.
Well, you're right. Their great-great-grandfather, you're right, on the line. That would be the Persian, I believe, with the hat. What page is that, 190? Yes, sir. 191. And that'd be the Mede. 91. It's the same, it's just look alike, but different family line. What you show me?
The writing?
The right is writing up there?
In the bottom.
Or is it in the bottom? Yeah, blow it up. What's in the bottom? It's probably why I wanted it. Go to the bottom. What does it say?
Persepolis. Stairway of the Tripolin.
A Persian. Right, that's the
Persian
Persian.
guard.
That's the Persian one. The other guy was a Mede. The other guy's a Mede, this guy's a Persian. Both of them were brown. Okay? So I'm going to end it on that. I'm out of time. Hope you guys got some understanding out of today's lesson. We'll continue next week, Lord's will, with the history. And shout outs to the IT team. They did an excellent job today. And shout outs to the breakfast team. Beautiful, excellent as usual. And we're going to have any announcements.
Shout out to Officer Joseph.
Shout out to Officer Joseph for helping us out. The IT, Tech, Joseph, man. All praise to the Lord, man. Yeah, bro.
Hey, Israel, let's give Deacon a hand for that class. All praise to the Most High.
Hey, that was a lot of information, man. A lot of information, a lot of heavy information. So Deacon is building up slow for us. Okay, so he's gonna take his time, and so everybody grasps the understanding. Go ahead.
Right, yes, sir. Israel, if you want to help donate to help with the book fund for the Deacon, we actually have a change in email. So if you want to donate to iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. Once again, iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. And that will to help with the radio show equipment and for the book fund. Also, if you want to help with the Booster Club fund, you can donate to iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. Also, don't forget to follow our Hidden History radio YouTube channel. You can see all the chapters Deacon went over, from the Moorish Empire to Northern Kingdom on this side. He went over a whole series, so it's all on there. You can all catch up. All right? And I think that's it, obviously.
Now we got, do I know what's the name of the old tip song?
Do you know it?
That's the artist, right?
Off the jazz, he sings that
artist.
song.
Oh yeah, all praises. So it's called "Do You Know It?"
Whoa.
Right? That's the name of the song, right? So
That's what you named it.
oh yeah, you know it.
You gonna sing it for me?
I can't do that. But hey, you want to give shout outs to Captain Joel. Safe travels. You've been missed, man. And Pepper Black.
Thank you for taking us up, Pepper Black. Appreciate you.
All right. So until next time,
Yes, sir.
Deacon.
Shalom. Until next week, we'll see you then. Shalom. Most High Christ bless.
Right.
Thanks.
Shalom.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Enemies are teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. History, history. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.